The human understanding of discipline, the human misconception. In contemporary culture, discipline is often perceived through various narrow lenses. The following outlines a more profound understanding of discipline from a human perspective. 1. Punitive focus is an emphasis on punishment and retribution for wrongdoing rather than rehabilitation or restorative justice. Often perceived primarily as a form of punishment for transgressions, this approach is closely linked to a range of negative emotional experiences, including feelings of shame, pain, and confinement. Rather than fostering healing or understanding, it is frequently regarded as retributive, focusing on correction through penalty rather than restoration or rehabilitation. 2. External compliance, changing to fit an aesthetic or to satisfy a group or belief. It also prioritizes behavior modification as the primary objective, focusing on altering specific actions and choices rather than facilitating a deep and meaningful transformation of the heart and spirit. Exhibits a heightened concern for strict adherence to established rules and societal expectations, often measuring success by the degree to which individuals conform to external standards rather than their personal understanding or growth. Typically employs structured systems of rewards and punishments to incentivize conformity, creating a transactional environment where compliance is rewarded while deviations are penalized, ultimately reinforcing a culture of fear and compliance. Places a greater value on the superficial appearance of conformity, emphasizing the importance of looking and acting under prescribed norms, often neglecting the necessity for authentic, internal change that leads to true personal development and understanding. 3. Reactive nature, implemented in response to specific problems or crises rather than as part of a proactive strategy for long-term improvement. Triggered primarily by failures or setbacks rather than focusing on building resilience and strength to prevent issues from occurring in the first place. Often characterized by inconsistency, as decisions may be made based on emotional reactions or immediate frustrations, leading to unstable interventions and varying outcomes. Frequently abandoned or disregarded when quick results or improvements are not evident, resulting in a lack of sustained commitment to solutions that require time and effort to develop effectively. 4th, authority-centered. Primarily serves the interests and agendas of the authority figure, whether that be a parent, boss, or other figure of control, often prioritizing their desires over the needs of others. Frequently centers around maintaining control and reinforcing existing power dynamics, which can create an imbalance in relationships, making it difficult for individuals to voice their own opinions or concerns. Can morph into a tool for domination, where the focus shifts from fostering growth and development to asserting power and influence, stifling creativity and initiative among subordinates or children. The criteria for success are dictated solely by the authority figure's standards, leaving little room for individual interpretation or personal goals, which may lead to feelings of resentment or disengagement among those subject to this form of influence. 5. Temporal perspective. Focusing primarily on immediate behavior change often leads to a significant oversight in fostering long-term character development. This strategy tends to disregard the importance of aligning actions with an individual's overarching purpose or meaningful values. While it may yield quick compliance, such as following rules or adhering to expectations in the short term, it can also create underlying resentment and resistance over time. Such a narrow focus can ultimately inhibit a deeper understanding of motivation and personal growth, limiting individuals' ability to internalize positive behaviors and cultivate authentic, lasting change. This constrained understanding fosters an intrinsic resistance to discipline, as it is often perceived as inherently harmful and oppressive. Individuals instinctively shy away from what they view as punitive measures devoid of meaningful intent, seeking to protect themselves from experiences that feel unjust or arbitrary. Punitive measures devoid of meaningful intent, seeking to protect themselves from experiences that feel unjust or arbitrary.